Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is a special edition where our focus is going to be finding out what's really happening in the space of mutual funds. AMFI came out with the data and it has said that equity mutual fund inflows have surged in the month of October. In fact, the large cap category has seen inflows after 6 months as well. The total assets under management in the mutual fund industry have also reached 46.7 lakh crore rupees in October compared to 46.58 lakh crore rupees in the previous month, reflecting the overall stability in the assets under management as well. Also, we've actually seen that all three major categories, that's mid cap, small cap and even the large cap funds, they've all attracted significant investments, with each of them showing positive inflows this time around too. Now, to discuss more insights from the monthly data figures and the outlook going forward, I'm now joined by a very special guest. Mr. NS Venkatesh joins in, the Chief Executive of AMFI. Welcome, sir. Thank you so much for taking the time out for this discussion. And at the outset, I want to wish you a very, very happy Diwali to you, to your family and to your entire team at AMFI as well, from the entire team of Business Today TV.
Thank you, Sakshi. Let me also take this opportunity to wish you and your family and the team at your end a very, very happy Diwali, and also to your viewers a very happy and prosperous Diwali.
Thank you so much, sir. And there is even more reason to celebrate the festive spirit that's in the air, because we've seen strong data figures coming in from AMFI this time around. The equity mutual fund flows have surged to 19,932 odd crore rupees in October of 2023 versus 13,857 crore rupees in September. What has suddenly led to this sharp jump on a month-on-month basis, sir? If you could explain, and what is the outlook that you see?
Essentially, if you look at it, the equity has performed very well. Equity mutual funds have performed very well because the investors, the retail investors have put trust that the mutual fund route is the best route for them to participate in the equity growth story. And that has been the reason for the net inflows to be at around 19,000 crore compared to the 13,000 crore last month. The redemptions have been lesser. People have remained invested. They may do a profit booking at a later stage, but at this particular point of time, they are continuing to remain invested into the equity mutual funds through the mutual fund route. And if you look at it, the spread has been in mid cap, small cap, and large cap as well as in the thematic and multi cap and multi asset mutual funds.
Right. So even in the small cap category, we've seen the average AUM exceeding 2 lakh crore rupees for the very first time in October. Help us understand what is the outlook for the small cap funds category, especially in the new Samvat as well. We've definitely seen the mid and the small caps outperform the large caps in this Samvat. Will the outperformance continue and the flows continue too?
I believe so. I believe that essentially the small cap has a little bit more upward trend possible, because there are enough stocks in the small cap where the fund manager could pick and choose for giving returns to the investors. So you will see people coming into the small cap funds at least for the next 2 to 3 more months in large numbers, which will take the small cap funds to a higher level. So I believe that the outlook for small cap funds is bright.
Right. Also, sir, retail investors have continued to be bullish on equities, and the data also points to that. Retail inflows into equity schemes has risen 42% as well this time around. Tell us, this is the time when we've been seeing the foreign investors exiting, outflows continuing from their end, but the retail investors constantly believing in the India growth story and in the story of the equities and pumping in money. Is that a trend that you see even going forward, despite the fact that we are going to be seeing a lot of geopolitical events going on from here over the next 6-8 months, elections happening domestically, and of course later on we will also see US going into general elections apart from India too. So how do you really see the fund flows really happening, and in terms of that the retail investors flows as well?
The retail investors have been supporting the equity market in large numbers, which is evidenced by the fact that the SIP numbers, if you look at the SIP numbers have also grown in a large extent. And anecdotally, I can share with you 94% of the SIP money that we collect goes into the equity only. So to that much extent, the equity mutual funds are playing a wonderful and balancing role against the FII outflow. So nowadays, even if FII takes away the money, the domestic institutional investors keep on investing because the retail investors are putting money through the SIP route.
Okay. On the SIP, front, sir, also explain to us what is your overall expectation in October through SIPs. We've seen the flows now reach 16,927 odd crore rupees again. Record flows being seen constantly on a month-on-month basis as well. What is the outlook for the new Samvat, sir?
I believe that we will touch the 20,000 crore in SIP by March end because we had anticipated 17,000 crore in November. It has happened in October itself.
Yes.
So I would say that essentially going by the track record, we will see around 20,000 crore of SIP numbers, gross inflows coming by March. This is mainly because the retail investors have reposed enough faith in the mutual funds as an investment vehicle, and they have adopted the SIP as a route to participate in the growth story of India.
Okay. So also explain to us equity funds versus the debt funds. How is the trend shaping up in October? What is the outlook going forward from here going to be?
The outlook that I personally anticipate is that the equity will be a little bit moving at a little bit more faster pace than
Okay.
the debt, because debt interest rates are still peaking. So
Hmm.
because of which people may still be on the sidelines to put money into the debt. And then you have the quarterly phenomena of the debt funds, where essentially the liquid funds and overnight funds, you could see large outflows happening to pay the advance tax and manage the capital adequacy. So I think the debt could be a little bit more volatile in that manner. Whereas the equity, you will see a steady upward trend of equity flows coming in.
Okay. Also, sir, going forward, what is your own expectations of the assets under management? We've been seeing a constant growth here as well. For by the time we see next Diwali of next year, in a year's time frame, what is your expectation?
I think we should grow by at least around 19%. So if we look at it from a 19% sort of a perspective, by the time of next Diwali, we should be at least at somewhere around 55 to 58 lakh crores.
Okay. So, what is your own sense of the stock markets, the way they will move in the next, 6, 8 months? Well, like I pointed out, that there are several macro, issues that the markets will have to navigate, geopolitical events like elections that they will have to navigate as well. So, what's your own sense? Because you've been watching the markets for so long, what does it really tell you?
Though there are geopolitical tensions, especially the Ukraine as well as the Israel sort of wars happening, but
Hmm.
fortunately for us, it is all localized that way. It has not spread or anything like that. So that gives comfort to the market. And if you look at the Indian economy is growing at somewhere around 6.8% GDP, and it is the fastest growing economy in the world. So if we look at it from that angle, we believe that, and the corporate earnings are also at a reasonably good space. So we believe that these are all positive factors, though there will be the minor sort of shocks to the system of the geopolitical tensions and maybe the elections around the corner and all those things. But overall, the trend should be upward. So we should see the index giving a return of at least around 10-12%.
Right. So in October, we've also seen that the second highest net inflows were also seen in sectoral or thematic funds category that received 3,896 odd crore rupees in pharma, healthcare funds, innovation funds as well. Your own sense of which thematic funds could actually be attracting more money and more flows now, given the kind of elections in space. So, governments always pick out a few sectors where a lot of allocation is also done. Do you think that will trigger the way investors will also put in money? Any particular thematic funds that you think will be poised for gains?
The money is going to the thematic or the sectoral funds mainly because the investors are taking a niche sort of a investment strategy. They are not going into a broad-based investment strategy. They are putting it into niche areas. That is where the pharma, the innovations, and all those things are coming into picture. So if you ask me, I think pharma should see a rebound there. So you will see more money coming into the pharma. You will also see something on the innovations sort of thing because that is a new kid on the block. So you will see more money coming into the innovation sector as well.
Okay, well, on that note, thank you so much, Mr. Venkatesh. It has always been a great, great pleasure to host you on Business Today TV to get all the insights from the world of mutual funds. And here's once again wishing you a fabulous Diwali, a great and a prosperous year ahead as well. And we shall continue to be in touch as well, even going forward from here. Many thanks, sir.
Thank you so much. Wish you a very happy Diwali.
Thank you, sir. And with that, we wrap up this special conversation with Mr. NS Venkatesh, getting insights into the world of mutual funds. Positive flows expected going forward into the new Samvat as well. And we will continue to get you more insights from the world of business and stock markets. So don't go anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and continue to be with us on Business Today TV.